Hey everybody, it's Hayden early here at Elliptic Inc. again. I just want to touch base, and I had a couple more thoughts to give on this beautiful June 26th, 2019 day in sunny Grass Valley, California. Um, on my last video, I was briefly mentioning a little bit of self work, that inner perception. I mentioned the three E's: energy, element, and environment. And I think those are really valid. And I was thinking back a little bit on um, my journey. I was in North Dakota at the time. I wasn't tattooing. I was working crazy hours doing construction. I was doing 110-hour weeks. And I remember I would come down to California and do self work when I had time off in the wintertime. And a buddy of mine at the time, he took me to this these ceremonies, these ayahuasca ceremonies, and it changed my perception. I was changed. I had a new perspective, and I wanted to know more, and I worked on myself more, and I started EFT tapping, and I started working on myself. And after I was done North Dakota, I went to Hawaii, and that's where I started remembering. Oh wow, I doing art. I hadn't done artwork in over 10 years. I thought it was a child's fancy. Oh yeah, like the saying. When I was a child, I thought as a child does, and when I became a man, I put away childish things. I mean, like we tend to do that when we become adult. Now I have to say, like, the things that make us unique and the things that make us really special are a lot of times inborn when we're a child, and we don't pay attention to it. We don't appreciate it. And as time goes on, we tend to forget, and we forget certain elements of ourselves. And I just want to say, like, it's really important if you had a talent, if you have special abilities, and you're too afraid to show people because of what they might think. I think it's important to look 10, 15, 20 years in advance, um, and follow your dream versus being too afraid and then having regret. So today I wanted to share a little bit on my journey, but also how much inner work is needed. And I'm always growing every day. Actually, I listened to a podcast, the Model Health Show. I highly recommend it. And he's the podcast host. He talks about being just 1% better every day. I love that. I mean, I have that on my tattoo page because it's just a good reminder of being 1% better every single day. It's so important. Mind, body, soul. It's incredible. And so I wanted to share a few things in the last 5 years or more that have really changed my life for the better. And I'm always working on it. And there's ups and downs, and it doesn't mean that like my life is just like smooth sailing since I started, but it's always getting better, and I'm always finding a lot more clarity in doing this. So I want to give a life changing book list, and if I can just show this, there's so much that I got out of all these books. If you see that. The Power of Now, New Earth, and those are both by Eckhart Tolle. The Prophet by Camille Gibran. The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. The Four Agreements is great. Think and Grow Rich. Outwitting the Devil. That was so intriguing. I mean, if you haven't read it, it's about like the conversations of like that you have with yourself, or the brain, or the devil, or however you want to interpret it. It was very controversial for 1900s, and I think it's still valid today. How to Control Codependent People. If you've ever been into knowing that you're have ever been around narcissistic people, or if you are a codependent, I highly recommend it because this is life changing. You need to know if you're around narcissists so you are not underneath their control. So incredibly important. Five love languages. Don't sweat the small stuff. Attached is a great way for your relationship. Um, um Paradigm, so to speak, to understand. The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida, or Data. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, Dr. Joe Dispenza. He has a lot of great books. This is a great book that I really absolutely love. And I remember when I was young, just a fun read, pretty quick read from what I remember, is The Power of One. It's a South African boxer during the apartheid. And I remember that making a huge impression on me when I was young because nature has all the answers. When you go into nature and just relax, sometimes you will find the answer. I still believe that to this day. So, anyways, I hope that kind of helps. And the inner workings, I mean, we all have our meditations and we all have, sometimes it's exercise, sometimes it's going to the gym, sometimes it's mountain biking or skiing or sports, or you may have a whole number of things. Music is one of mine as well. But working on yourself every single day. Now, this seems like, to me, a lot of, it's trendy these days, but it's true. There's a lot of people that believe that they can imagine reality to be different. But the truth is, you create a different self, and your reality then gets better, along with you being a better self. So that's the real rub of it all. Um, Anyways, just to show a little bit of what I've dubbed my success manual. My cool sticker and my own design on there. But I have so much in here that I want to share because this is kind of my daily thing. I have everything from affirmations, chakra meditations, prayers, affirmations for success, daily questions, power questions. If you ever look into Tony Robbins, it's great. He has a complete rundown on that. Podcast I love listening to. I've mentioned one already. Evening rituals. The books that I remember and want to touch base when I sometimes forget something and I want to go back to. 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. There's so much in that. Just reading the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success made so much sense when I got that chance. Notes by Tony Robbins, Rituals and Importance. You know, I recently heard a TED Talk and a lady said an acronym, and it was HERO. It was before reacting in life, it was HUSH. Then E is for evaluate, R is for ritualize, and then O is for own it. Now, there's a lot of different ways of like putting those in different orders, but I believe that was just awesome. Just one of the things that like I try and implement in like my little cabinets each day. Oh yeah, that's a good little acronym. And then in the back of my book, which is for me, I have my definiteness of purpose, of vision, or depth of vision that I want to create in this world. I'm still writing that. It's been a hard one because I want to believe in it. And I believe in so much in this world that when I'm ready to share that, then I will definitely let you know as well. But this is just a touch on who I am, what I do. Every day I try and better myself, and through myself, my art, and through my art, I believe my connection with fellow humans, spirits, minds, inspiration. That's how I wish to connect through this world, is by hopefully inspiring, by hopefully connecting, and that's what inspires me to do more. So I hope this was at least intriguing. Might make you want to like check out something, or if you're feeling like you want to grow yourself a little bit more, there might be some tools that you can use now. Another tidbit for the tattoo shop is I found that the more that I felt in control of my emotions or in my senses while working with clients or myself, or I found that the better my work was. That's why I also mentioned this. And relationships are complicated, but I feel like my relationships or my understanding of what I want my relationships to be in the future is even improving and deepening as well. So there you go. I thank you for tuning in again. This is another just chance for me to show you a little bit about myself, what we're about, what I'm about here at Elliptic Inc. and in my life. So I hope this helps. I hope you much abundance, health, happiness, and yeah, the tools if you're looking for them. They're all around you. Like every day, there's opportunities. So take them, run with them. All right, that's all. Take care.